Zanaco, I know, it used to be 5.53 per share. Last week, Nada Wachi, a price kakwe, it's now 5.90 something. So this is how it works. So shares are a gamble, but for a farmer, I don't doubt you. Mukaona cheka kumbi kankara black mushangasi. Sumuzi wadhani kakumbi cheva panga wakarubari. Right? So, this is how you make money in shares, right? So companies have floated these shares on the market, right? So as an individual, you can say, okay, maybe I just want to. I've given you an example of Zanaco. Zanaco is 5.98 per share. So maybe you've got 5,000 points. You buy, you put the shares in Zanaco. So those shares will be held in Yakoma shares. So those shares, just like government bond. Remember, somebody talked of collateral. Government bond is property. And others could ask, what happens if National invest for 15 years? Then what happens to my government bond? How many have got houses here? Be proud. What's going to happen to those houses when you die? The same principle can be used on shares and what? They won't grab them away from you because you've died. Your next of kin and your listed beneficiaries in your will who inherit it. Are we together? So now, shares keep fluctuating. So is it lose or win? So say, wapulama shares ya Zanaco, patu kwacha. They're 1,000. You buy them at 2 kwacha, after 5, maybe 2 months, those shares have gone up to 10 kwacha. On each share, how much have you made? 8 kwacha. I'll give you a practical example. Copper Belt Energy. Just 2 months ago, the shares were at 13 kwacha. Today is 24 kwacha. So think of it, if you had 5,000 shares, then 5,000 times the difference. That's how much you will have had. So now, when you see, it's enough, you sell those shares on the same Lusaka Security Exchange. Smart way of making money. Now, let's proceed. What must I do to start investing in local equity? So, the same CSD comes. Now, when it comes to Lusaka, the equity, you don't just go there to say, Nabuera, Matimaindela Banko, Yifuna Muniseguri Reko, CSD accounts. You go through institutions called stock brokers. Are we together? So there are a number of stock brokers. I've just listed about. There's Longhorn. Longhorn, these are my stock brokers. So brethren, I'm not preaching what I don't do. I do this thing. The equity is the latest portfolio on my watch. Just about 2 months old on this one. But for government bonds, this is my 3rd year. Now, after the stock broker of your choice opens the account for you, what you do now, if you want to buy shares, there are 2 options. You can buy for yourself, or the stock broker can buy for you. So if you want to buy for yourself, you open, there's an app on the phone. Everything moves on the phone. There's an app. And the market opens between 10 hours and 14 hours. Monday to Friday, if it's not a holiday. So what you do, When the market opened, there is a woman that I know, she has 14 million kwacha in equity. She doesn't do anything. So after a weekend, since the market is closed, gossiping up my coffee, shani. Tomorrow, 10 hours, she'll wake up, sit there. She's just monitoring the market. Oh, here there's this share, she sells. And she's, that first picture we showed, she's here. For her, she just major. She just does. Oh, now I am a shares, I'm losing a value, she sells. The last time I had a chat with her, she said, my son will be going to school, so I need to sell the shares. The son is in one of the affluent countries. Not my school, until when I say, we're that train, but I was talking about fly. So, shares, just like the government bonds, are long term. So this is what you look forward to say, when that time comes, before nizidia chenda ramazanga, nankala. Chinja poche ma channel. BBC, can you see, there are certain channels, ngandi mfana sunga tambi. BBC. Sunga news. Kuchape age, but now sunga zichinja ma channels mtumba muriemu. We should all pray. How many don't get worried when their parents call them? When you see your parent call you, how many don't get worried? Personally, I get worried. Because every time I see my mother's call, and budget to go and university. This is what, especially the generation in my age group, it's not good, it's not a bad idea for your parents to ask for something from you, but it shouldn't be an order of the day. For us, we should endeavor that when you call your child, nayo wabazukuru please warete lipa weekend. Olo mulima problem bwanji munyumba nikutumile nkoni samu. So if we want to live that life, preparations start now. Uzumanana. Now, this is the last one. I know people are hungry, are tired, and I like talking. I'm a choleric, I talk too much. So, unit trust, right? So, unit trust by definition, a unit trust is a type of collective investment scheme where money from many investors is pulled together to invest in a diversified portfolio of assets like stocks and funds. So, the first two that we've been talking about is where you invest as an individual, right? You invest either in government bonds, treasury bills, or stock markets, right? Now, there are professionals who went to school to learn how to manage people's money, right? These are called asset managers. So now, I know of three for now. There are many. How many have you heard of Mpire? How many have heard of ABC? It used to be with Finance Bank, then it transitioned to Atlas Mara, now they are with Access. You've heard of those, right? Yes. Then I talked of Longhorn Associates. So these ones have got markets, have got products that are called trusts. So these trusts, the way they work. You are busy, you are farmers. Busy, usakulira granadilla, right? Now, you've got a lot of, you've got money that you want, you don't want to put your eggs. Remember for us, 1,500 chickens were Wamuru. The BP here. This is one imbalance to nothing I'm a stroke. So now, you don't want to put all your eggs in the same basket. You say, I want this one. Then, Your BBC soon born before computers. You can't buy assets on your, you can't do government bonds. Once a chamber smooth, you go for unity trust. So there, these ones, they start very small. For Mpire, for instance, Mpire is minimum, at any time, as low as 200 kwacha. But when starting, they'll ask you for a 500 kwacha. So what they do, don't say Tirimun, Taikama 200, Tawabasa Mpire, they will have all this money, then they'll think, what do we do with this money? They take it, okay, these ones are monitoring stock markets. They went to school. They call them money markets. They say, bond, like Zanaco. I've told you that Zanaco jumped from 5.3 per share to 5.98. So what happened? There was just huge investment of 40,000 shares at once were purchased. And this was done by one of these guys who manage what? Unity Trust. So they'll have, so with Unity Trust, you can invest, you can plan. Remember those H we talked about, right? Mwakumbuka ma H. Harvest, health, friends with my prudential, smart child, education policy. I'm sure others have even are investing with them. This is the kind of arrangement as units. So they have products, they've got money markets. So money markets are for emergencies. These are short term, right? I'm sure, right? No sales. Tipo ni ate tukuguza chechi tro. Katizi wa mtumba zilimu. Mukafika chepa, give me the pill. Kakati chwa. So those emergencies, no, Wamboya wamerapiki kumundu. Instead of you rushing, when I used to stay in Monte, there are guys, Mashairo, strategically, Vimiri Rapazanaku, waiting inside. No money for school fees. One penny, then Gwezera 1.5. The 500 in Kangon. Then Mukakangiwa after 2 weeks, you end up 1.8. These things happen in Bangladesh. So now, you need now to plan emergencies. One of the H, we said higher education. All of us know that at some point, you said that it's not going to school, one need to go to school. So there's a product called offshore equity. The offshore, you invest in dollar. So you can plan for this. You start throwing now dollar. You start with $150 when you're opening the account, which is today about 3.9, 3.8 thereabouts. Then at any time, you can be throwing in that account $50, which is about 1,200. So you are building this for the future of your child. Then there's what is called high yields. So when you put in high yields, asset management, they will invest in either bonds or what. Even the money, some of the money that you are borrowing up microfilms, you see, people's units, they are making interest. Then after 6 months, at any time, they are Nizako guiding the atani udiamo take my interest. So this is about how unity trust work. So what must I do to invest in unity trust? Register with unity trust managers such as Aflife, Awandewa Mpire, Longman Associates, or ABC. These are found with Access Bank. There are many on the market. So types of the product, I said money markets for emergencies. Quickly you get. This one you can get at any time. So these are the monies that the asset manager uses to my soft loans. And what they will be paying out to people are just interest. Then balanced fund. So these ones are for future. Equity fund, shares in companies. High yield. So high yield and offshore equity. This is what you can plan for education, for your children, even buying a house and what. Then property fund. Some of the monies that you give to those, they invest it. Timamberat, like Kuroma, fully furnished apartments. They are owned by this organization. That organization doesn't have money. It is just managing that property on behalf of people. Brothers and sisters, mothers and fathers, fellow colleagues, money is nice. And no one says that it is sinful to have money, especially money obtained through a right channel. Let us endeavor to be the subject of Deuteronomy 28, verse 1 to 13. You shall run and not get tired. A borrower is a slave to the lender. Are we together, friends? Yes. With that said, thank you for